Hi, Lou here, and while this may not resonate real well with people who are not Star Wars fans, I'm going to make an analogy to Star Wars as an illustration of self-indulgence. Now, I have often said self-indulgence is not something that game designers should indulge in. And by self-indulgence, I mean designing a game for themselves rather than for their target audience. Now, it is possible for your target audience and you to be very similar in their tastes. In other words, that you're a typical member of your target audience. And that happened to the people who designed the video game Doom, and they've achieved great acclaim from that. But typically, it's not the case. You're unusual if you're designing a game after all, and you may have unusual tastes. So you need to design a game so that other people, the people in your target market, enjoy it, not so that necessarily you enjoy it. Now compare this with what Rian Johnson did with the movie The Last Jedi, the second of the current trilogy of Star Wars movies. He was extremely self-indulgent. This can happen when you have somebody who's both the writer and the director of a movie. There's nothing to hold them back, to steer them, as if you had a separate director and a separate writer. Sometimes you get really good results. Guardians of the Galaxy to a considerable extent. But sometimes you get really bad results, and that's what happened with The Last Jedi. It is the ultimate in self-indulgence. He made his story not for his fans or for the fans of Star Wars. He made it for himself. And he didn't make it very well at all as well. So now J.J. Abrams has been tasked with trying to fix things because Rian Johnson pissed off so many Star Wars fans. I think maybe Rian Johnson was trying to make a new set of Star Wars fans, but that's something that has to happen over time. And he tried to do it all at once, and the result was crap in many respects. Another lesson we can draw from this, by the way, is that there was no one in charge of the whole trilogy. No one in creative charge. Kathleen Kennedy definitely does not count. She's not a creative. So J.J. Abrams had his ideas about how the whole trilogy should go, and Kennedy and Johnson threw them all out when they did the second one, not even caring really what was going to happen in the third one, because Johnson wasn't going to do it. It was just terrible filmmaking. You can do the same thing in games. Don't be self-indulgent. Thanks for listening.